Hey everyone, welcome back to the final episode of the Challenge Fandom podcast. And
the final one, baby.
That's it.
That's it.
It's a wrap.
This is it.
Just like MTV, we're getting fucking canceled, bitch.
Yeah. Oh, no. Canceling ourselves. Cancel ourselves before you guys could cancel us.
Anyways, so I figured if I'm going to go all out and sell out, I'm going to do it on this episode. So you've got myself, Ricky Hayes, my beautiful wife, Karina Hayes. We've got Katie, Bad Blood Pahura, Josh, motherfucking Chambers, Tony, Stats and Info Lance, and Alexis, Tex, I piss in the field, Rawson.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fucking go, man. Oh my God.
Bucket or whatever that song was.
So, guys, we have no rhyme or reason. We're on here to just...
This is for us.
This is for us,
guys.
Yeah. We're going to sit here and bullshit. We're going to talk about some of our favorite moments that have happened over the last 4 years. Whether
some
it's
of our favorite accomplishments, just whatever.
Whatever, things that have meant the most to us.
Yeah.
And in no particular order, we're going to talk about it. And then if you stick around to the end, you might get a little Easter egg of what you can expect from us for Christmas as our going away present. With that being said, I think it's only right to talk about the history of the show. For the longtime listeners, you've probably heard this before.
A bajillion times. But we're going to sell it again.
Because guess what? We can. It's our show. Fuck off.
Yeah, we do what we want because we live here now.
Only for right now.
We're moving, though. But we live here.
Yeah. So,
no fixed address.
Back in about May of 2021, Karina and I were really getting into the challenge, and she had just shown me about spoiler pages, and it blew my mind. And I was like, I didn't know other people were into this show like that, where they actually had spoiler pages. She's like, babe, there's Facebook groups with thousands of people that love the challenge. I was like, what are Facebook groups? I'm old. Explain this to me.
Mind you guys, this was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah.
Wait,
Anyway.
there's a guy in this group that's older than you that headed one of the groups.
Right.
Look, I was doing the old school thing of, real life social media.
Like he was on Instagram, but had no idea about Facebook
Nothing.
groups.
Anyways, so I was like, are you in any of these groups? She's like, yeah, I've got a CT page and I've got this other group that I just got invited to be like a moderator in. It's called the Challenge Trash Talk. You'll probably really like it. You should join it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, cool. And so I hopped in there and I just saw so many people talking shit about the challenge and different parts of the challenge and having debates. And I was like,
making jokes and having fun and whatever.
This is so toxic and I love it. I love it.
That was started by 3 people that were kicked out of other challenge groups.
Yep.
Oh.
Josh.
But now all the other groups love me now.
Josh being one of those founding members. Long story short, through a bunch of different things, we got more and more into the challenge. We started getting really into creating content, whether it was memes, this or that games.
Highlight videos was my big one. That's
Highlight videos.
That's when I really started making like my highlight videos.
Challenge. That's when you dove into challenge content, and because of that, led me into like doing graphic design and doing like who would win these final games. And if you scroll
your
far enough,
Money Monday thing.
If you scroll far enough in our page, you'll see them.
Yep.
But we started listening to challenge podcasts, and we would start talking in our chat and be like, dude, they didn't ask him this. They didn't talk about this. It was just,
this was boring. Like,
why wouldn't you do this? And Josh was like, we should just do it ourselves.
Yeah. Why don't we start
I'm
one?
only an ideal guy. That's it.
Yeah. And I was like, well, how would we even do it? Like, I mean, why don't we just do a Zoom meeting and that's it? We don't actually have to like put it out. And Korean's like, well, if we're going to do all that, we might as well just record it and put it out. And maybe a couple people in our group will listen to it.
Yeah. Just see what happens.
She knew what to do.
Yeah.
She did.
And we had this other group that we had named the Challenge Fandom, and it wasn't really doing anything. And we're like, trying to think of a name of the title, and we're like,
no, that's okay. Never mind.
no, go ahead. If I'm wrong,
I don't know. Are we
I got
like
it.
are
I
we
got it.
telling the full truth?
I got it. We're trying to
Challenge-
reach out to a couple people.
Challenge Trash Talk.
They're
was the
trying to
first
stay away
name.
because of the name.
Huh?
Because we had Challenge Trash Talk was the very first name of the podcast.
Yes, Challenge
Yeah.
Trash
And we
Talk
were
was the first name of the
reaching out to
podcast.
people, and they were like,
And so we changed the
To
name
our other group.
The Challenge.
Yeah.
No, we changed the name of the podcast to the Challenge Fandom. I'm saying, are we being 100% honest about everything here? Because that is not why we started that Facebook group.
No, we're not going to be 100% honest
Okay.
about that part.
I just wanted to see.
We'll tell
I
that
just-
part later, but no.
I just wanted to know, like,
so,
are we
this was the quick
being
history.
full
This-
transparency?
no,
with
we don't need full transparency because I really enjoy some of those people, and we're going to leave it at that.
100%. I love them. It was
Yeah.
never a slight.
It was just
opportunity.
anyway, so we decided to name it the Challenge Fandom Podcast. We didn't have an Instagram. We didn't have anything. And Karina was like, I'm going to just send some DMs and see what happens. I was like,
Yeah, we all did. I mean, we
Yeah.
all sent DMs, around when we were first trying to get this kicked off. And we all just kind of picked a few people to send them to. And, the general consensus was we're fans, we're nobodies. We don't have an Instagram page. We don't have fucking anything. So shoot low, let's shoot low. But me being me, because I'm fucking stubborn and stupid, I was like, I'm gonna just take one shot, just a little higher than everything else I'm shooting at. I'm just gonna just pop, and then boom, and then right back, right? So I do that, and I do that by shooting a random fucking message from my personal page that had like 300 followers on it. And had never, ever once actually engaged or DM'd this person. But I sent my very first message to Devin Walker and was like, hey, we're starting this podcast. This is what it's going to be called. We don't even have an Instagram page or anything for it yet. But, we all really love you. And we would love if you would be our first interview, first official episode for the podcast, et cetera, et cetera. Never in my fucking wildest dreams, never would I have ever imagined that Devin would have actually replied and not only replied, but actually said, hell yeah.
I'll be your
but
first.
He did. Yeah. He said he'd be our first. So, and then he was like, he actually followed through on that. Like, it was still to this day, it shocks me. And also, before I pass the mic, just really quick, because I know it's going to look really fucking weird for the people watching. I'm sorry that I keep acting weird in the camera. I keep throwing myself off because when I'm sitting like this part of like my hair blends into my headphones.
She looks
and it
like
looks
Princess
like Leia,
Leia.
and it's
Yeah.
throwing me off. So I keep trying to.
I didn't even notice it at all.
But it's more comfortable to sit like this. But I'm like, no, I need to. So I'm so sorry, you guys.
Real quick. Just
I can't unsee it now.
do it. Do it real quick. Do it in the camera so it looks like that. Now say the 3 words I want to hear. Say the 3 words. Say it. Just say it, please.
I love you.
I know. God, it felt so good. It felt so good. It was worth it. Anyways, okay.
on. Anyway.
So
Flip it back over.
So I'm
Devin-
sorry I'm being all fucking fidgety. The people
Anyways.
watching are like, why is she staring at herself? Because I'm trying to not. Anyway,
Devin
it's fine.
said yes. We end up
Fuck.
we end up locking in the interview. I can't even be there because I'm at work. So I hop on randomly from my office to ask him 2-3 quick questions. I asked him about a video I saw online where he bought Tori this random porcelain duck or concrete duck.
Yep.
Or goose or whatever it was. He answered and told us the full story. It was fucking hilarious. I leave, come back to the house at like 5:00. Josh and Karina are still talking to him.
Yeah.
So I hop on there and I talk with them and I was like, oh my God, tell me everything. And then like literally 3 days later, Josh is like, Huey from Spies Lies says he wants to come on our podcast.
It was the same day. We interviewed Huey the same day we did Devin. And in fact,
I thought it was
just
the next day.
here's
Huey.
actually, here's an insider behind the scenes CFP secret. that has never been shared before. In all actuality, Huey was the first person we interviewed because we interviewed Huey that morning and Devin later that evening. But Devin had said yes to us before Huey had said yes to us, which is why we still made Devin our first official, episode and interview. But Devin couldn't meet until later that day. But because Huey was in a different country in timing and anyway.
That's a lot of,
Huey was actually our very first interview, and he was actually before Devin, even though his episode came out after. So just a little fun, behind the scenes CFB secret for y'all.
Now, one thing
there will be more in this episode.
One thing that a few people know, but not a lot of you guys know, is that me and Karina are very competitive people. Very competitive people.
With each other.
And in general.
But
and something happened in one of these Facebook groups, and we got told that we would, amongst other things, that our podcast would never succeed. We wouldn't be able to talk to anyone, and they were going to make sure of it.
They were going to make sure.
Sounds like a bitch.
Yeah. And look, I'm one of those people, and so is Karina, and I think Josh is that way too. That once you tell us we can't do something,
that becomes my whole purpose for living.
That's the whole reason I live.
My reason
the
for
names that they
believing.
said were like Devin, Polly, Cara. We never talked Cara, but we got NCT, and those are the ones that we got. And besides Cara,
we should have had Cara, but I don't think we're.
I don't pay for podcasts.
I was going to say, well, technically we could have, but
I don't.
Yeah, and technically you did talk to her because you helped her out with information and shared lots of.
Okay, so we are just full dumb
on some of it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
you're the one
thing.
that
Also,
edits
if you
this,
want me to send you a video of her shouting us out, saying thank you so much for all your help, I still have it. I didn't lose that in my notes.
I have the text messages from her telling us that she would give us an interview and thanked us tremendously for all the time that I put into helping her with her podcast, all the research, all the everything. I have it in writing, her saying that she would absolutely love to give us an interview. The Christmas video where she thanked us, shouted us out, said that she owed us an interview. And then when we finally reached out to schedule that, she sent us a website to pay her $300 for every 45 minutes we wanted to talk to her. So
actually,
that's why
you owe me.
Yeah, that's why we didn't. That's why we didn't ever end up interviewing Cara. And that's nothing against Cara. Look.
I would charge for my time.
Maybe if we made a bunch of money.
But at the end of the day, it was just something that, after what had transpired, we just it wasn't in line with what we felt like was fair for the situation. So we didn't do it.
One of my biggest achievements about this that I'm happiest about, and I want to say this, is that through all of this, we've never paid anyone for a minute of their time. They've all donated it to us. And I think that is a real testament to not us, but how great these challengers are at donating their time to spend time with fans that they don't need.
They don't have to.
Yes.
Yeah. And so,
I mean, even some of these interviews that were, 2.5, 3 hours. And I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. And I know that we've kind of said this in passing jokes and stuff, but Tyler Duckworth was on with us for over 5 hours. Now, you guys didn't even see half of that. But
Xavier Prather was a 5-hour conversation that we cut down to 2 hours.
Twice.
Because
the first one, we fucked up the audio and we had to do it all over again. And he gave us about 5 hours, 2 different times.
CT gave us 2.5 hours.
On a 40-minute call.
On a 40-minute call.
So, it's massive shout out to them. And again, this is definitely not a dig or a slight at Cara. It was just, at
what
that
about bananas too?
And this is a very recent thing. So, this was a very recent situation. So at this point, we'd already talked to CT, talked to all these people and had never paid for them. And so in our mind, it was we're not going to start now. But anyway, going back to, they told us that we couldn't do it. So we went and did it. And we talked to every single person. They told us that we couldn't. Again, minus the interview with Cara, but you guys know that situation now. So.
Her voice is on one of them.
Yeah.
On the poly. We heard her voice.
Yeah. Can I share a secret? of how we got somebody?
We can. Are you gonna finally? We can tell secrets. We can tell the secrets. We're not done. So
I like this one.
So
this is my favorite one. And look, I will say this is a highly debated topic between Rick and I on whose actual idea this was. So we will say it was both of our ideas.
I would say
it was a collaborative moment.
I would say the initial brainstorming of it came from me, but the refinement came from you, is how I would put it. So yes, we are both responsible for this.
Okay.
So this was right at the time that his first movie was coming out that he did.
A Dangerous Game.
Yeah.
The remake, yep.
Yeah, and so me and Karina start talking, and we're like, God, it'd be so crazy if we could like somehow get an interview with him about this. And I go, I mean, the movie's coming out. They have to do press for it, right? And Karina goes, oh, they do. We could probably talk to one of the producers and get an interview with them to promote the movie. And so I hopped online, found who produced the movie, contacted their PR department and said, hey, we would love to talk to Chris about this new movie and promote it on our podcast. If we could have 25 or 30 minutes of his time, we would really appreciate it.
And they said yes, and he said yes. And then when he got on with us, he enjoyed us so much that he stayed on with us for 2.5 hours. It was actually kind of funny because another thing that the listeners probably don't know, because there was no video attached for this episode, because CT did just call in for the interview. We weren't doing video at that point, or we were doing video, but he didn't, I don't know. But anyway, he actually had one of the producers from The Most Dangerous Game, on the call with us to ensure that we talked about the movie and promoted it properly. And the deal was that we were supposed to do the movie first so that when we were done talking about that and started talking about challenge stuff, that producer could just exit the meeting and didn't have to stay on for the whole thing. We tried so many times to start the conversation on the movie, and Chris was not interested. He just wanted to talk challenge. So that producer ended up getting stuck on with us for about an hour and 20 minutes before we actually got to The Most Dangerous Game and through that. And then she hopped off and he still stayed on for another hour with us talking even more challenge stuff. So I felt so bad for her the whole time, though. I'm like, she was not prepared for this.
That's so funny.
I think I texted you, Karina, at one point, and I was like, I wonder if she's going to be pissed that we're still not talking about the movie. However, she knows that we've tried several times.
Yeah, we tried.
So with that being said, everything after those first 70 episodes was pretty much just a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And it kind of led us to where we're at now. I think this is episode 240 or something like that.
I don't know. It's this probably 225, 230. I don't fucking know.
Okay, so we're in the low 200s.
Because I also don't know when we're releasing this, because you've already said, is this the very last? Is this coming out before Christmas? Because that's what I'm saying, is that you said if this comes out after Christmas, you've already said something that's not accurate.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
So anyway.
Blame it.
So I can't really tell
you. I'm going to take a garage break soon, just to be honest.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. I have to pee so bad.
Okay, let's take a garage break. 5 minutes. And then we'll
get into memories.
We'll get in here. We're going to do top 3 memories. I'll probably say, hey, what was your favorite interview that you were either on or that you listened to? And then we'll speculate for 10 minutes on 42, and
and we don't even really have to do that because we literally just did that last episode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At the end of the
that's right. I forgot we did do that.
So,
okay.
I don't know.
Well, we can do it again. I mean, whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm unless Alexis had stuff she wanted to add, because,
Really, the only thing I've seen is Polly saying something about 42, so I'm not really that excited.
Maybe we'll just talk shit about Turbo like they did at the reunion.
Oh, we could do that.
What's up, Josh?
Polly invited me to hang out with him for New Year's, so calm down, girl. Please.
Interesting.
But it's another boxing event that just happens to be on New Year's, because I missed the last one.
It's okay. Well, never mind. I don't want to tell you guys. Anyway. I don't want to make you jealous.
I don't want to say anything on recording here, so.
All right.
We'll be right back, guys.
Yeah,
we'll see you in 5.
Okay.
Because I was there's part 1
slow.
What was I going to say?
History of the World Part 1 came out in 1981.
Holy shit. All right. Well, anyways, let's get into this because as much as I care about Mel Brooks, I care more about us wrapping this up before it's 4 a.m. for Tony.
Yeah. True.
Me too.
We're getting pretty close already.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring us back. And I think right now is probably a good time to kind of dive in and start talking about some of our favorite moments on here.
Yeah.
And
do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I'll kick it off. One of my favorite moments on here was is Tony's first episode. And we were discussing the top rookies of all time.
What'd you say, the top rookies?
Yeah, the top rookies.
The top rookie season.
Yeah, top rookie season. That's
okay.
Top rookie season. It was like our 12th or 13th episode. And full disclosure and backstory, Tony was in that same Challenge Trash Talk group with us. And me and Tony talked all the time, like just kind of message because I'd post something and he knew about an alter ego I had in there for a while.
Are you spilling that secret tonight?
Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, no, we won't.
No, don't do it. That's like no.
Is that a secret we're taking to the grave?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I've said some questionable
yeah, you're right,
shit.
You're right.
Dang, that's pretty smart.
But anyways, I asked Tony, I was like, hey, did you ever want to come on the podcast sometime?
Not even. You asked me if I wanted to moderate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Because
the group.
I believe what Karina said was, you have a way where you can call somebody an asshole, but they don't realize until 45 minutes later and they're no longer anywhere in your vicinity.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
I was like, yeah,
that's
sure.
Fair. That's an accurate assessment.
I just really liked the way that Tony approached the fucking idiots in the group. And he would make them look like and sound like idiots without actually telling them you're a fucking idiot. He would tell them
the most Canadian way.
And I loved it. I was like, that's smooth. That's something I can't do. Like I do not have the ability or the patience or the vocabulary to do that. Because I will just straight up fucking to the point, you're a fucking idiot, and I'm moving on with my life. You know? But he's so eloquent.
Or she'll get up from the chair, push it in, and walk away.
He's so eloquent with it. So,
but anyways, so he joined the group, and I asked him, "Hey, did you want to come on for one of the episodes?" And it happened to be that episode, and we started getting into it. And before he came on, I looked at Karina. I was like, I've talked to him in chat, but I've never really talked to Tony. So I don't know how he's going to be able to handle this. And we're kind of assholes. So I wonder how this is going to work. And Josh and him started getting into it within about the first fucking 30 minutes. And they got to the point where I was like, whoa, guys, whoa. Let's bring it back. And then at the end, everything was great.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you want to come on next week? He's like, yeah, I'm totally game.
I would love to.
Yeah.
And then I felt so bad I gave up my spot for Emily for him.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Jenny. Yeah. So you can talk about dicks.
Dick pics in the first 3 minutes.
That is because that was when I realized that we were tapping into something other than just the challenge, that we were actually bringing friends together to just have a good time and talk about something we all enjoy, which is what we're leading into next. So that is one of my favorite memories.
Yeah. Sorry, I just was looking for where you were talking.
Oh, you don't have to apologize. I won.
Yeah. It's fair. And look, honestly, since we've had that conversation, Horacio has the best rookie season of all time.
Jeremy's up there too.
I mean, you can't really argue Jeremy now.
I will take his 5 elimination wins and
over a championship.
He would have won.
I will take that's fine. I will take the fucking $212,500. That's fine. You go ahead and take those 5 elimination wins. I'll take the money
and no title and no money.
I'll take the fucking money.
All right, well, that's a fair point, and I don't really want to debate it right now because that wasn't the point of this fucking episode.
Maybe we'll do that on Hayes React.
Maybe. So
maybe
that was one of my favorite ones.
I love that. I like that a lot.
What do you guys got?
I
don't all go at once.
When they did USA and we managed to get exit interviews, and I was sitting in the waiting room, and they thought that I was Entertainment Weekly, and they were going to bring me in solo, and I was like, no, I am with Challenge Fandom Podcast, and my co-hosts are not here yet. Leave me in the waiting room.
I still insist that you should have gone with it and just seen what happened.
Well, keep in mind that I also ended up in the interview room by myself with Enzo and Ben.
Yes.
Rapping.
That was what I was going to say.
Eminem, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the producer or whoever it was that was wrangling the two of them, which I already felt bad that she had to wrangle Enzo and Ben together. She was like, Ben, this one's on video, so you're going to have to come into frame. And you could just see the top of his cowboy hat. And then he just slowly came into frame.
Oh my God. The outro I had with Ben when we interviewed him.
Oh, I don't even. Oh, no, I remember. I thought you meant your the actual what you said about him, goodbye kind of thing. But no, the closing part of
oh God, we talked about some deep stuff about veterans and PTSD, and I was like, do you have any resources or things you want to shout out? And he's like, I'm really uncomfortable you asked me that. And I was like, my bad. I wasn't trying to make you promote it. I just wanted to give you the opportunity if you had something.
Yeah. I think he just felt on the spot. Yeah. And so
because it was it was a really good interview. And
it was a great interview.
I've still keep in touch with him every so often, and he's still super good things to say about the pod, which is nice.
Oh no, that wasn't a comment on Ben.
Oh no, I know
my ability.
I remember after when
we ruined a moment
when we got out of the when he left the interview and it was the three of us. You're like, well, fuck that up.
Yeah, fuck that up royally, bro.
Drop the ball on that.
It wouldn't have been the first time. What about
let me think. Well, I already kind of said one of mine, so I'll just go ahead and throw it in really quick. But one of my favorite things, and it was kind of a consistent theme through everybody, really almost everybody that we interviewed on CFB. But one of my favorite examples is the opening, first 2 minutes of our Jenny West interview. Because now imagine you're meeting a reality star that was very much, I hate to say it this way, but that was very much portrayed to be boring on TV. Kind of just on the straight and narrow, just, not very funny or witty or, entertaining, just there for the competition, that one of those kind of people, gym rat kind of people. Right. And you're meeting this person for the very first time. And within the first 2 minutes of meeting them, they start telling you dick jokes and talking about how they get dick pics all the time randomly in their inbox and reacting out what it's like to get these and what her reaction is to it. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this girl is funny as fuck. Why is it shown on TV? Why don't we see this on the show? And so I think that's definitely one of my favorite moments, was actually getting to see who these people were outside of the little circles that, the challenge edited them into. And Jenny was one of my favorite examples, because I just never, ever would have guessed, would have never been on my bingo card, that Jenny West was going to open up meeting brand new people we've never met, never spoken before. And first thing she's going to talk about is dick jokes and dick pics. And I love it.
That kind of broke the facade of strictly, our interviews were strictly about the challenge. And it really sort of allowed us to lean into the whole behind the edit thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I found you guys.
With dick pics?
Not dick pics. Bye.
I'm Karina.
How did you know? Yes. Yes.
I think it's the same.
What are you doing when I'm not here, Karina?
I mean, you're the video where I dress up as you, so.
Hot. I'm sorry, Katie. Go ahead.
This is why we can't have nice things.
This is why this is the last episode. We're going all out.
I found you guys because of the interview with Tori.
Oh.
And I loved it so much because it was more than just the challenge, which was what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I just liked the interview. So then I was like, oh shit, look at all these people they have. And then I started listening
She's like, oh, that's Karina. She keeps sending me dick pics.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Figured it out.
100%. Why are you and Katie so close?
There's Chauncey's from Twitter.
Oh, fuck. Which Corey interview was it? The first, second?
It was
Which
the
one?
second one.
Oh, her ayahuasca one. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that one first, and then I was like, oh, there was another one? So then I did that one. And then I don't even remember. I bebopped around and...
Was that Josh the Moment Ruiner one, number 2? Or?
Yeah,
that was
moment 2.
Yeah, when you called her out for being an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
You should have seen it when I met her at Helium Club. The hat never came out of the bag, but it was there with me.
What about you, Josh?
Dude, by far, you already know it's when Corey Lay, when we were interviewing him.
Yeah.
And I got a cameo from him for Day, and Day just happens to walk in off work while we're still talking to him. And then they have that moment where Day thanks him for giving them the strength to come out to the family on Thanksgiving as non-binary. And we all cried.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And been best friends with Corey ever since. I finally got a chance to meet him in Portland when he came to the Helium Club. And I gave him the greatest hug and cried right in his arms. And he's bigger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Thank you.
That was such a great moment.
It was.
I do remember that one. And look, a lot of our episodes blend together for me at this point, but that's one of the moments that definitely sticks out.
Yeah.
What about you, Alexis?
Well, I do remember that episode as a listener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Well, mine's kind of general, but I love all of the lingo that we've come up with. Like whether it's on the podcast or like the lingo that we get from the show and start using ourselves. Like the nitty gritty. Like now it's just like how it is. And
I said Audacity the other day.
And there's so many. And Hive Mind even. Like,
oh yeah.
Hive Mind.
I know. Now I hear it places and I'm like, what the fuck? We fucking said that.
That's our shit, man.
It is our shit.
Me and Tony copywrote that years ago.
Because Korean and I was too lazy because we were right.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I just had a screenshot from, I think it might have been probably not my first episode, but maybe my second or third. And in the description, it says like, and then we put Alexis on the spot and ask who is more Hive Mind, Karina and Josh or Rick and Tony? And I remember being like, oh shit, what the fuck?
I remember
this.
Who's your favorite host? Why?
Yeah.
Karina's just going to fucking win. We don't
wins every time.
Every time.
Which is funny because like I also am like the host that gets like the most like
shit.
Yeah,
you
do.
So I'm like,
she's the most shit and the most love.
I'm like, how do I win these fucking polls for favorite host? In the comments, y'all are just ripping me apart for everything. It's because y'all like my content. That's what it is. I don't think you guys like me. Y'all don't like me on the show. You guys like the pretty content I make you. And so you're like, all right, I'm going to vote for her, stupid bitch.
She only runs the whole thing.
Jesus Christ.
See, look, y'all think that you can hurt my feelings, okay? But in reality, I am more mean to myself than any of you ever could be.
Look,
okay, so
stop being mean to her.
She's developed really thick skin because she's got very sharp elbows that would cut her otherwise.
Leave my elbows alone. All right.
Look at fucking get that out.
Yeah, watch out.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I'm surprised you didn't break the camera.
It was like 3D.
Yeah.
That's how she ends this episode. What pow? Glass shatters. Dramatic.
Yeah.
We've
Stone Cold the Austin's music hits.
It's not that bad. Gosh,
oh my God, look, it's curved like a buck knife.
You're so exaggerative.
No, I am not.
Charade some edges on that, and dude, that's killer.
Bro, she can slice through French bread with that fucker.
Oh, Katie's you're oh my God. Anyway.
Just all three of them are complex. They're all like,
you know what?
My elbows even look like.
I want to hear it.
I have one, and I think that actually this one's going to be pretty special to most of the people here. But one of my favorite moments, and kind of more leaning into the interview stuff, was the first time that we interviewed CT, and he immediately knew our names.
Oh,
He knew he had named off his
Not
favorite.
Tony's.
Named off his favorite episode of ours, like our favorite roundtable was like, oh yeah, like my favorite
Drop
episode
Dead.
of your guys's was Drop Dead and blah blah blah, and like shouted us out for how much support we gave him, and then just also on a personal note, leaning into that was when he went on Challenge Mania and shouted me and the podcast out for our 100th episode on Challenge Mania, and that's still just like.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I love it. It's so amazing. So I wanted to throw that one out there because I just think that's such a cool moment for the whole podcast. And again, going to like when we talked earlier about, that he was on that list, that these people who kind of gave us that drive that made us go and do what we were able to do. It was because of, what those people were saying in that group that told us we couldn't do it and we would never succeed at it and we would never get these people. And so to not only get him and then for him to it was just, I love it.
I like it. Anybody else?
Well, speaking of Challenge Mania, I do have to mention that because of this podcast, I have been treated very well at those events and gotten to meet so many awesome challengers. I never expected ever to meet anyone from the show, but just in the last couple of years, it's just I live close to all the states that they come to. So we've been really fortunate to go to quite a few, but they always know who I am because of this podcast. And we just, I don't know, we have a great reputation with all the people that matter.
Maybe not after this episode.
Well, I just mean the challengers like us, we're personable people, the people who matter. Not the fuckers.
So even though and I do want to bring this kind of back full circle, even though I started this out with people that don't like us and inspired us to go even harder in the paint. One of my favorite things is the people we've met because of this.
Oh, yes.
Meeting
100%.
Josh, meeting you, Tony, meeting Alexis, meeting Katie, and what it's
you mean
what
us?
it's done for
You guys.
yeah.
That's in my notes too.
Yeah.
and what it's done for us, like the joy you guys have brought into our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with that being said, all the other people that we've gotten to meet through this as well, as far as an Alex and Jacob, the challenge historian, and Malik,
Drew Angelman,
Malik,
There was a lot of guests. I scrolled through all the Spotify today.
Chris from Kingston.
Yeah, we've had a lot.
Yeah, there's been
guests.
a lot. Yeah, and Chris from Kingston, love Chris.
I freaked out a friend from Massachusetts with Chris because they were both at one of the ring events, the MMA fights, and they both sent in similar pictures.
Oh, that's
and I told the guy, I said, turn around. My buddy's right behind you. I got friends everywhere.
But, and that's the thing. And some of these challengers look like I never thought in a day in my life. And look, I'm not going to gloat too much on this, but I never thought we would talk to these people, let alone.
It just feels like not talking into your mic.
I'm sorry. Here,
you're like all.
Well, I'm fucking ripped out of my.
No,
brain,
I know.
And this is
That's
the
why
last
I was
episode.
trying to help you,
but
you're gonna just not your whole audio is just gonna get cut.
I don't care. I really don't at this point.
I'm deaf not talking into my mic. I hope you can hear me.
No, you're good. You're good.
You can use AI with all the fucking voice recording you've gotten from me over 220 episodes.
Make it up, Chad.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
But not to gloat, I didn't think we would talk to half these people, let alone I have them in my cell phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have genuine friendships with some of these people.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to name a few of them. They're some of my favorite interviews. And it's not like I talk on the phone with these people, but I converse with them on a weekly basis. I know everybody else in here does with certain challengers and different people they've met on here. And that's what I'm thankful for is all of these relationships.
Yeah.
And it's one of my fondest memories of this.
Yeah, one of my favorite ones is Tony's big Jay Starrett fan, and I had never watched a single episode of Survivor.
Yeah.
Still haven't. And I talked to Jay almost every day. He was the very first person I talked to on Thanksgiving, and we talked for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
And he loves the Josh motherfucking Chambers code. And it's just, dude, that relationship right there, and even Paulie and Tina, Corey. I don't know when I'm going to go to Hot Yoga, but Kendall and Corey invited me up to Albany for that.
Yep.
But yeah, dude, the relationships from this podcast and the people that the fans of that you guys brought along too.
Yep.
It's just awesome.
Oh yeah. Let alone like people like Brian Tran, who I've talked to for 4 years, and
who I met in Vegas.
Yeah. Adam, who I talk to all the time, and not from the show, but Adam, you know who you are.
Yep.
And we send very inappropriate memes about political things that I won't talk about on here. Like there's some people that if it wasn't for this, like I would have never met. And I'm so thankful that it's brought these people into my lives.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to say, like, one of the things that was such a surreal experience because there were so many layers to it was when we interviewed Sarah Rice, because I already listened to the Brain Candy podcast. And then during our interview with her, we were kind of chatting back and forth about different episodes. She thanked me for being a listener to their podcast to the point where I knew information about like certain episodes and things like that. But then I'm also in their Patreon and their like documentary club and book club. And I was on one of their lives and I just kind of said hi or whatever. And then somebody messaged me directly. Actually, it was Brittany, who is a longtime listener of our podcast as well, because she messaged me and she's like, "You're from the Challenge Fandom podcast, aren't you?" And I was like, "Cool. I am not able to be anonymous on the internet anymore in certain circles."
Nope.
So it went from
I know that voice.
It went from Sarah being on our podcast and acknowledging that I'm a fan of her podcast to being on one of their Zooms and getting a direct message and me to acknowledge that I'm one of the hosts of this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and what I was going to add on, just kind of going back a little bit to like what you were talking about with, the connections and stuff, the connections to, obviously our team here and the challengers, but also to, some of the people that, were listening to the podcast and actually like became friends of ours through this. I think like, you named a couple.
Jordan.
Jordan. Great. Sorry, I had to think about what
not
Jordan.
the competitor, but Jordan.
I was like,
the one that we got the shirt for with the green lettering.
So massive shout out to Jordan Green. And I just wanted to send a couple of shout outs to people who have been like rocking with us since the beginning and we've formed real friendships. Like these people are like,
let me bring up
on like my personal Facebook. Some of these people, some of them are ones that have, followed us from just all the different formats and changes we've gone through in CFP. And then now they're following us to Hazed Reactions and, just, it's been amazing. So I just wanted to send some shout outs. So first of all, shout out to Faith.
Hell yeah.
Dude, you are, I cannot even explain how much your support has meant for the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do it. But do it if you have to. It's okay. It's okay. Let it out.
Break it up because I know you need a second. With that being said, Melissa, I'm sorry once again.
Yes, Melissa.
Yep. Melissa, big shout out to you.
That's one of my favorite memories was the what is it?
With that being said?
Yeah, it was with that being said, sorry, Melissa. I was trying to think of the full title. Anyway, so shout out to Faith. Also shout out to Sarah Cade. I absolutely fucking love you, girl. You are a legend. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Chanel. Shout out to and some of these people, I'm just reading your username in my inbox. So shout out to Caesar. Shout out to Debbie. Shout out to Sed, dude. Big.
Oh, Sed.
Huge, massive shout outs to Sed, dude. I cannot tell you how dope of a guy you are. I I really enjoy you. I go to Cash, shout out, massive shout out. You are so freaking awesome. Adam Nelson, I'm not sure if you already mentioned. Ken, Jason Rubenfeld. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to Michelle, Sarah Brown. Brittany, Meredith. Like there's so many people. Pamela, Katie. Leanne, Juan, Keen. Like guys, I cannot tell you. Like I'm just literally just scrolling through the inbox.
I got one for DRK from Glasgow.
Yes.
Taking a page out of my book with the attempted stopping the drink,
Lincoln,
which is like one of the hardest things to do in Glasgow.
Lincoln Driscoll. Sarah what?
From across the pond.
Sarah Brown.
Yeah, Sarah Brown.
Sarah Brown. Yeah. Sorry.
Graham.
Graham.
Graham. Yes,
Kirsten. And now I'm kind of Sonia. I'm just kind of going through first names now. CJ. Like you guys are.
Shout out to CJ. We saw you at Challenge Camp. We saw you fucking killing it, bro.
Dang.
Really?
Yes, we'll share his story on ours. He's fucking killing it out in Orlando. Dude, big shout out to you. Big shout out to CJ.
That's awesome.
Guys, we're going to have to go and get footage.
I thought you were going to say get fit.
Like, no. I don't want to do that.
Angie Taylor.
Oh,
she was our cameo winner.
Yep. There's so many. And honestly, like if we didn't say your name in this part, it's probably just because we haven't talked in just a few days or something, because I'm just kind of scrolling through the inbox. I wasn't like super prepared. I'm not sure if I said Shanna, shout out to her, Jay Blaze. I mean, there's just Norlis, Maria,
go to Cash or whatever.
Yeah, I go to Cash. I did mention him. Juan Carlos, Keena Harp, Jacqueline Jacobs, and even newer friendships that, we've kind of made in the last, few months. And so we haven't really had the chance to really like become very close with these people. But, Megan Snyder and, there's just, I am so thankful for all the awesome people that we've gotten to meet through this. So. Yeah.
Oh, and one last one, Brian Rashad. Big shout out to you. Congratulations too. You know what we're talking about.
Yes.
That's
those are shout outs to some of our, the listeners who have been around for, maybe not since the very beginning. A lot of those people have been around since the very beginning, but that have just been super, super, super supportive. I always see them in the inbox. They're always engaging. They're always, having debates and discussions with us in the DMs. And it just makes the whole like fandom of the challenge like better when you have those kind of people that you can have real debates with. And we don't always agree. Like we don't always agree. In fact, just like yesterday, one of the guys I shouted out at I Go to Cash, him and I kind of got in a little back and forth, and then I ended up having to apologize because I was kind of going a little hard. And it wasn't like I was going hard. I was busy. So I was just bop, very blatant, and then out of there. And then I went back like 20 minutes later and I was like, bro, I hope that doesn't come off like an asshole. I'm not like trying to. And he's like, no, it's cool. Like we speak the same language. It's same. And I was like, all right, cool. So I love that we have that ability with some of these people, and it's really made this whole like project be worth it and make it like fun outside of just sitting in this room with all of you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
So, also, sorry, I got emotional. I just love you guys.
Don't be sorry.
So I do want to mention some of the interviews too, and obviously, guys, we're just going out of order. So if you guys think of something, say
please
something.
Yeah.
But I want to send a huge shout out to Marlon Black Zeus.
Oh,
he was the one that gave us an interview, and he's the one that gave me and Karina the idea of how we were going to title these interviews and how we were going to go about it, and made us realize that we weren't horrible at doing this.
Yeah.
He gave us a hell of an interview, and then he came back and supported us, invited us on his podcast, came back like 4 times.
Did a random episode with us where literally all we talked about was conspiracy theories within the challenge.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like, it was so cool.
Got to meet him at Pizza Smizza, got him some beer and pizza, and he called me the White Suge Knight.
There you go.
So,
yeah.
Shout out to,
Thank you, Marlon.
shout out to Marlon.
Yeah. Big shout out to Marlon. Also,
Cinco too.
I know this isn't.
What was that, Tony?
I just said Cinco as well as one that just kind of kept coming back around.
Cinco is very cool.
Big shout out to Cinco. Challenge you're fucking up that you haven't brought him back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a miss. That's a miss for sure. One that wasn't as popular with the listeners, but I will fucking die on this hill. Shout out to Naya. I loved that interview.
Yes.
I love Naya.
Absolutely.
I love her growth as a person, and she's just fucking cool. So that was still one of my favorites. And I think that because of the vulnerability and the depth of the opening of the interview, it just really solidified as one of my favorites, because you don't get that kind of vulnerability usually when you're first meeting somebody. And so I really, really appreciated that, like, realness. And like I said, vulnerability from her. And, you know, and then her and I built a friendship from that, you know. Jesus. Naya is one of the people. Narice's interview was also amazing. Naya is, you know, one of the people that, like, I have in my phone, and, like, you know, I can text her and she can text me, and, you know, we don't as much anymore these days, but for like a year after the interview, like, we were consistently talking. And she's just a really, really cool person. And she has already said she's very interested in coming on our new show.
Ooh, are we going to talk food?
Yes, I think we're going to talk food.
Like European food?
Like best places to
All the
eat.
traveling?
Yeah,
Yep.
travel.
Fun.
I think that'll be
All
fun.
these places that I'll never be able to get to because I can't
Go
get
on
on
the
an
menu.
airplane.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do
Go on a
like
trip.
homemade recipes or something.
Do you have
Yeah.
a fear? Do you have a fear of
That would
being
be
on an
nice.
airplane, or are you on a list?
Pissing in the field,
I
finally
have-
caught up with you.
The first.
I was
the
on a wait
first.
list for a while.
Tony, what about you? What's one of your favorite interviews?
I mean, Jay, obviously, because I actually got to thank him for coming onto the challenge, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. Because when he made the jump over from Survivor, that was when I first found out what the challenge was, because I've been Survivor through and through from the very first season. And the winner of Jay's season made a post on Instagram that he was watching Jay on the challenge. And I was like, no idea what the challenge is. So I looked into it, found it. And then, as anybody who's listened for any amount of time knows, I watched season 35 while it was airing and went back and watched everything that I could find from before up to now, which gave me a very skewed experience across the board, because that was the season where Wes and Bananas pretended to be friends, or like were friends. And it was, it was with Tori and Jordan in the mix.
Season.
It was with everybody thinking that CT absolutely had it in the bag, and then Jay beating him. When
Don't make it weird, bro.
when I'm coming over from Survivor exclusively, and then watch Jay come in and just continually get sent in, but also continually send people home. So being able to have that conversation with them, and like, I've got stuff with my mom, he's got stuff with his mom, so we were able to kind of like bond over that. And we still keep in touch. And like, I sent him a bunch of stuff at one point, and my dad carves these worry birds, and it's like the same idea as like a worry stone. And so
Tony said,
I was going to say,
one.
Katie knows. So I had sent one to Jay. I had sent one to Jay for him, for his sister, and for his mom. And we kind of like, we had that conversation. It's one of those things that was very surreal in the moment. And now it's just commonplace, which is almost even more weird, that he's usually in the top like 20 messages on Instagram, which is very strange to me. And like, some of the guests that we've had on, I mean, Jacob and I did a few seasons of Survivor Historian as an offshoot of Challenge Historian. And like Alex and I talk movies a fair bit. Chris and I haven't stopped talking since he came on the podcast. We're just constantly sending horror movie recommendations back and forth. And he's also said that he wants to come on and do like a breakdown of horror movies for Hayes Reactions.
Yeah,
so
I'm in.
I thought you might be.
Katie's like, I want that one.
Yeah. So that's something that we've kind of like been tossing back and forth and has been going really well. Just like some of the survivors for me. Like the conversation with Desi and the fact that we were at that point trying to be super professional and not letting Jenga in the room when interviews were taking place. And then at one point she was so loud that we were just like, we're just going to let her in and
just let her do it.
Yeah. And when I said like,
Desi that got surprised.
Yeah, she didn't realize it was a cat because of the noises that she was making on the other side of the door.
I thought it was Desi.
It was Desi and it was also DK because we had tried twice on 2 separate occasions to keep Jenga out of
That's
interviews.
Right. It was 2 different people that called it out.
And finally we're just like, nah, she can just come in when she wants now. And she's
the cat cameos have been some of my favorites across the board. Like how many times in Alexis's old house when her cats were locked out? Yes. The curtains moving like there's a ghost, or them like trying to get in or out of the door, and her camera moving with her dramatically. And
it's my favorite to this day. To this day.
I hate the camera. I even asked the guy at the Apple store when I lost my notes how to fix it, and he said, I can't fix it.
Harper, come
I
on
don't
here and fix it for you.
understand that.
He said that it's just like the specific model of my iPad
that's so
and like
stupid.
I thought we had the same iPad, but I guess not. And he said that it just is that way. Because we went into the settings and everything, and I'm like, all right, well, great.
I thought it worked that one time when Harper came on.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
I have there's just 2 different modes. One mode you can make it really, really far back, like shows the whole thing. And then the other mode just has the mind of its own.
Right.
So,
Dagnabbit.
Alexis, what's been one of your favorite interviews?
Well, for me, interviewing Corey Wharton was really cool. Because I was a huge Teen Mom fan before. And Corey and Tori have always been kind of like my tops. So getting to interview both of them was like a big check on my bucket list that I didn't know existed.
Right.
But my most surprising interview was probably with Zara. Because we learned a lot about her, and it was all the girls, and like she really I don't know, she just really surprised me, and I didn't know anything about her, so getting to know her and then leaving feeling like, I know a new person. That was pretty cool. And she also was like really badass that season, taking her shoes off and going up the wall.
Yeah, she's a badass.
What about you, Katie?
Oh God, I have so many. We know I can't narrow anything down.
I got him out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Zara.
Yep.
Tori.
Yeah.
Tori was a deep one for me because she really has helped me a lot just in my personal life with her just sharing who she is as a human and the art that she's put out into the world. And I did get to meet her in Buffalo, and it makes me want to cry thinking about it. She just made me feel so welcome.
Aww.
And she truly made me feel, oh God, I am going to cry.
It's okay. Yeah, then I won't be
she
alone.
She just made me feel like a friend, and it was very sweet because in my brain, I'm like,
video?
Oh yeah, that too. Yes.
Yeah.
But Tori and Ryan is a big one for me. I just, he is my spirit animal. I love that man. Kyland was an awesome one. And not even like the first interview we did with him, I don't know why I was nervous, to be honest. So I felt like I was mute looking back on it. But when he came on, I think it was just like to go over an episode. It was after the whole
recap.
Horacio DK. That right there, I was like, did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Like,
talking about Wicked. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love the Nerys interview because she reminded me reality TV pitches what they want to you. And all this time, I had this perception of her because of Are You the One to find out, no, the producers rigged that and that's not even true.
Yeah.
And now I feel bad.
Yeah.
I think we've honestly all gone through that moment where like and I always say it's like the veil being pulled down. And something that you're not supposed to know about the show or about what's going on behind the scenes or the cast or whatever. And it's like, it almost makes you then watch the show. Like you almost can't watch it the same.
Yeah.
You know, these certain things, you know? So, and I think we've all had those moments where it's like, whoa, that changes how I view this completely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to touch on Jay again, I wasn't even on that podcast. That's the night I was with Marlon.
Oh yeah.
And then talking to him more and forming this friendship means that much more to me. And he broke it down. He's just like, real, recognize real.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, because he was working out on the beach today, and I was like, you should come do that on the Oregon coast. He goes, higher elevation. Let's do it. I was like, I was kidding.
Right.
But that may happen. And I'm like, I don't.
Really,
there's a reason why I didn't go work out with Marlon.
Right. Oh, no. No, thank you. I would die.
Cinco was like, yeah, I can give you some tips. I'm like, nah, bro.
No, I'm good. Thanks. So I just wanted to throw something in real quick since like we're kind of talking about like the Zara thing. One of my favorite moments, and it's not even really anything I think that the listeners even really know about. It was just something like for us, was I believe it was the night before or like 1 or 2 nights before we were interviewing Zara. Zara, I don't remember what was happening, but for some reason, Zara and Devin were together, like at a club or something like that. People were there.
They were doing the reunion and they were in Amsterdam.
They were doing the reunion. And this was the moment that I realized that the challengers talk about us when we're not around. Because randomly in our DMs, I got a random video DM from Zara, and she was standing next to Devin, and like they took a little video, and they're just like, "Hey guys, what's up? We love you!" Like dancing and stuff. Private sent it to us, and I was like, that was the moment that I knew that probably what happened was. But they was like, "Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?" And Zara was like, "Oh, I have an interview with Challenge Fandom Podcast." And Devin was like, "Hey, I know them." And then they sent us that video together. And, you know, so, and it's still just one of my favorite things. Like I said, it wasn't anything public. Nobody even really knew that happened until literally just now. But it is one of the things that like I love so much. And then the other thing I just wanted to throw in here really quick, related to the actual challengers and also, you know, you guys and especially Josh, is the effort and whatnot that was put into getting me numerous cameos on my birthday. I have so many cameos. I have from a variety, and like some people, I have two cameos from the same people, just from different years on my birthday, whether it was cameos that like Rick bought me or whether, you know, it was situations like, you know, Josh reached out to some of the people that we had made connections and friendships with and was like, "Hey, it's Karina's birthday." And they're like, "I got you." And then, you know, I'm not going to say because I don't know.
Certified banger.
The West one is still one of my absolute favorites. Where Wes was doing a special on Cameo where like
shout out Shamika.
Yeah, shout out to Shamika. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But shout out to Shamika. Wes was doing a special on Cameo where he would help you, quote unquote, shoot your shot. And Rick got me a cameo asking Wes to help me shoot my shot with CT. And it is still to this day the funniest fucking cameo. I love it. It makes me fucking smile every single time.
Can you share that later?
I know.
Oh, yes,
I want to see it.
Yes. I will insert it here for all the viewers. And then I will put it in chat for you guys so you guys can see it when we're done recording. But
Yeah.
That's funny that you brought that up because the Devin cameo I just watched yesterday, the one that I got Audra, and he was with Wes and all of them in Kansas City when they were doing that Friends and Neighborhoods thing.
Yeah.
And he's on the front porch. And that the energy that he gave into that, and it was just amazing. And I was just like, damn. But yeah, he's just so awesome.
There is a cameo I feel like you have from someone whose name rhymes with Shmani Shmananas.
Yes.
And, somebody needs to put their feet out there right now. Because this isn't over yet, and we might have one last chance of getting him for an interview. That's all I'm saying. So somebody, it can't be me. We've already determined this. I am not the right fit. So
someone, toes are too long and my toes are too short.
Okay, real quick.
Tony?
Real quick.
My foot has a tattoo on it.
That's fine.
May the Challenge Fandom podcast continue to be absolutely bananas.
Just saying.
Hey, if you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so it's
you know what? Maybe now we could AI some feet.
Maybe I'll just Photoshop my own feet. Should I do that? Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
I'll just start
Fandom podcast, the greatest challenge podcast out there.
I could just send him unsolicited feet.
Ooh,
I'll just go find the feet that he likes and reel them in.
Just send him a
he doesn't know they're not mine.
Yeah, just take a picture of Aviv's feet and send him.
Perfect.
No, he'll know. He'll know
that's true. Okay, we'll Photoshop them.
Tone in Photoshop, yeah.
Okay, we'll take a handful
I know what my
of
best friend's feet look like.
So
I could pick him out in a lineup. Actually, I'm sure he could too. He likes feet. I hate feet.
Not my thing.
All right, I've got two more, and then I'm that's about all I got.
I'm kind of waiting I have a few that I want to just rattle off, but I'm waiting to hear because I don't want to take any that anybody else is that's their last one. So
well, I'm going to share something that's special about each one of you. So Alexis, it was when you first came on with us. And
now I'm gonna cry.
And we were talking about Tori and them sharing money. And you said, I don't think this is a good idea because it's going to influence how people do stuff in the future and how they play the game, because they're going to think about these people that share this money. So they're not going to want to put them into elimination. And I remember the minute we got off that podcast that night, we go, if Alexis ever wants to come on the podcast full time, she's a welcome. Because none of us thought you were right.
Yeah, well,
you predicted it. You predicted the future.
And that take, when you said I want to be on the podcast, is what got you on the podcast.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, of course.
Nice.
Yeah. And then it was finding out that me and you share a lot of commonalities as far as Nuck If You Buck, getting drunk and pissing in the field. It's a Capricorn theme. What can I say?
You wouldn't understand. It's a Capricorn thing.
I'm going to jump in real quick and throw my favorite Alexis moment in there. Was when we all couldn't stop laughing about the camera and you ended up falling out of your chair and the camera followed you all the way to the ground. I was like,
yes. Oh my God. I do remember.
And sorry guys, I'm just going in the order you guys are on our screen. Tony, yours was the maple syrup heist. It is by far one of my favorite moments of CFP in general.
Staple.
And I often scroll through our page to go find it to listen to it again. It is one of my absolute favorites. Josh, you have already mentioned this, but I knew how much Corey Lay's message today meant to you.
Yeah.
And then to be here and to watch it happen live, it made me come to tears, and that's a hard thing to do. And I know as a father how much it meant to you. And I love that we were able to be here and be a part of that with you. It was really.
I didn't even know that was the reason until that moment.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite moments that I've had on this after hundreds of episodes with you. You know what I mean?
I want to jump in and drop one here just because my favorite Josh moment is different. The only reason I didn't jump in with Tony is because my favorite Tony is Maple Syrup Ice, such a classic. Josh, and I hate to keep pushing the emotional button, so I'm sorry. But I want to say, I think that my favorite moment, and it's not even a singular moment, it's been a lot of moments, is being able to be here and watch you do better for yourself. Yeah. Watching your journey through getting sober, and watching you accomplish that and succeed at it. And
finding yourself
again and finding, your worth and your confidence, after everything that you went through, and just being able to be here and watch that and just see the growth in you as a person, has been one of my favorite things about doing this podcast with you.
Absolutely.
And I'm very proud of you. I'm very, very proud of you. I love you very much.
And just remember, family fights. That's what we do.
Yeah.
No, she said now. So I got it. I totally understood. Yeah. In that moment, she meant it, and we'll be friends again later.
Yeah, it was. Hey, don't worry. You're not the only person she tells to go fuck themselves. All right.
I wasn't going to put that out there, but in a way, I fucked up with my emotions. Hey, this is not the first time on the podcast. Once again, Tony, I love you, and I'm sorry for that. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you for forgiving me.
Katie, forever, for the rest of my life, I will never forget you or Gus. Forever. I will never forget Gus.
R.I.P. Gus.
Like, just thinking about how much joy it brought me, it's bringing tears to my face right now. It is my favorite selfish moment with you. My favorite thing about you being here is the relationship that you've developed with Karina.
Yeah.
That is my favorite thing.
Yes.
And one of the hardest things I saw was when we were in Detroit and you guys were all hugging, and I realized it's going to be a while till you guys see each other again. And that broke my heart. And that's my favorite thing about you and Alexis joining this podcast.
Yeah.
That nut is buck about killed me. I did not expect that from a Midwest girl.
Right.
And I love the fact that anytime that comes up on my feed, I know I can send it to you and Sam at any moment.
I can't hear that
song. Sam!
Oh my God,
is one of our favorite things too.
I've met him and I've had discussions on Instagram with him.
Yeah. Outside of that moment, my favorite thing about you is Sam. So I love him very much.
Sam was good on you. Or you were good on Sam.
Was good on
whatever.
It's so funny. People appreciate that so much.
Just to kind of expand on the I'm not going to dive into the emotional stuff with the girls because I'll start crying. And we all remember the moment, but we all know that that's the real prize here. But leaning into the Gus thing, I want to say that not only is Gus one of my favorite Katie moments on the podcast, but specifically when we all did our Halloween costumes and Katie surprised us dressed up as Gus with the face paint. It is still, she had her camera off, and the moment it pops up and she's just in there smiling, that moment, that vision of seeing her face pop up on the screen, because it still lives rent free in my head every single day.
Oh my God.
Every time I think of Gus, I think of Katie sitting there with the little fur thing. And I love it.
I was so proud of myself. There he is. Yeah. There he is.
You will be with us forever.
And then just like for Sam, major shout out. A lot of my favorite things about Sam, obviously, is more of a in-person thing from, our time in Michigan. Extremely funny guy. He
great Uber driver.
Yeah. He drove me to Ann Arbor. Like, how can I not? Yeah.
Look, our near-death experience
Yeah, the Alexis.
But did you die?
Yeah, like the guy on the bike and Alexis is watching.
That's burned into my brain forever.
Those are some of my, so just sitting out by the fire with Sam and just watching him and Rick, just be funny, and us just freaking sitting there eating pizza and smoking pot and laughing.
Wait, guys, Shirt Dickin' was created.
Shirt Dickin'.
Okay.
Yeah, Shirt
Dickin' is on my list too.
Yeah,
it was my first one actually.
You're like, Josh, you're not going to understand this, but you're going to hear this a lot, and none of you showed up.
No.
That next weekend, you were all gone.
With that being said,
yes,
my favorite moment in this for this podcast is that I feel like we got to experience a part of your childhood and you coming of age, and the fact that I was able to sit here next to you for the last 4 years and watch you light up when we got to talk about certain things, and watch the passion in you and watch what you've discovered as your passion now.
Yeah.
I could not be more thankful for this podcast for that reason. And I am so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Our queen right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
This only happens because of her. Only her.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I really appreciate it.
Just do it.
I don't know. I can do it with a
If you need half a second, I can say something real quick.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I want to thank Rick and Karina for opening their house to some guy they never met in person and staying in with their kids and eating them, and Rick bringing tacos and watching the monster truck races. Dude, it was, or the cartoon car crashes. Yeah.
The
Rally car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, and your dog sleeping with me on the couch.
She misses you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So that was a moment for me. Go ahead.
No, I'm really glad that we got to do that.
Tony, someday we're coming to Canada.
Right.
Yeah.
That's next.
We gotta go to Canada, honestly.
Well, what's going to end up happening is Hayes Reactions is going to do so well that it's going to finance a trip for all of us to go see Taylor.
We're manifesting it. We're manifesting it.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
No more surgeries for Josh.
Yeah.
So he can go.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I really appreciate that. This has been such a wild ride. Ew. 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 So I don't want to get like super emotional, but there's been a lot of ups. There's been a lot of downs, but I wouldn't have changed a single thing. So.
Because when you're here, you're what?
Family.
When you're here, your family. Where is
Yeah.
it? Where is it?
Olive
I
Garden.
don't know. You're going to.
Sure are.
You're all over the place over here. Here we go.
There's always room for family.
There's always room for family.
Also,
Oh.
I would be remiss not to send
Oh,
a huge fucking shout out, and we will clip this and post this on IG.
Yeah.
But shout out to Pierre over at Zach
Oh,
Podcast.
yes.
Because Pierre, if it wasn't for you, we would have never been able to make Detroit happen.
Yeah.
Thank you for opening up
yes.
your arms, your studios.
Mhm.
Big shout out to you. Big shout out to Tiffany Mitchell for coming and hanging
Oh,
out at
Tiffany.
breakfast with us.
Yes.
And everybody that we met in Michigan.
Pierre, thank you for the Kansas City Chiefs hat
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
when they beat Detroit.
and being one of the realest motherfuckers I've ever met.
Yeah, and also like even while our team was out there, he outfitted us with ZNP gear, and like let us use the
comfiest
studio.
shirt.
I love those shirts. I love that shirt so much. Oh my
He
gosh,
gave
so
me a
soft.
fucking Mighty
Oh,
Ducks
the Mighty
jersey.
Ducks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's sitting in my closet. I love it too much to wear it.
That's
he
awesome.
freaking drove
Oh,
us around the
that's-
whole time. Just
And
very
we got to have a real studio experience.
Yeah.
all
Like
together.
that.
Yeah,
It was so cool.
Yeah, you guys said you didn't know where to put your drinks.
I didn't know
I
what
know
to
what
do
to
with
do with
my
my
hands.
Hands, feet, anything.
I
Where
had
do
my
I
arm
look?
up like this for so long that when we got done, I couldn't put it down.
Like it was just, I didn't know what to do
I went straight to the couch from a very interesting situation and was just like, all right, we're doing this.
I just told the story the other day.
It was a lot of fun. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go for it.
Well, I'm going to probably start getting us wrapped up.
I was going to say I think the last thing, and I don't even know, maybe you said this earlier, but I think one of the last, one of the most iconic moments that we've had here ended up being a 20-minute debate over what the best gas station was.
Oh
my God.
Our raging.
This is one of the things I listened to as a listener that got me in here because Corey was talking about the Midwest gas stations.
Yep.
Casey's Pizza.
And that's a big one.
Look, if you have ever been to Colorado, there's one called Come and Go. I highly recommend it.
So, and then also
you're welcome, Katie.
Just because I feel like we couldn't say it enough. Not only is there so much love and appreciation to, Devin for being our first interview, but for coming on 4 times, number 1, 100, 200, and now one of our final interviews here on this podcast. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. But shout out to him and shout out to all of our multi-appearance guests, Tori, Corey Wharton, Marlon. I mean, there's a lot, and I'm not going to be able to sit here and just name them all off the top of my head, but those are a few that really stick out, that were supportive through multiple interviews, coming on, Derek Chavez, coming on for roundtables and interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Nelly T's interview.
I was going to say Danny McCray shouting out my brother for the Cowboys fan.
Yep. Desi, I believe she came on for both season. You know what I mean? So
Ryan talking about dicks too.
Ryan has been on numerous times. So I mean, it's been so major shout out to those people who have given us not just one interview of donated time, but numerous interviews of donated time, and for being so real, so vulnerable, so down to earth. I think one of the biggest moments that sticks out to me is definitely our interview with Horacio. And then shortly after the interview with Horacio, obviously there was that whole controversy when the news came out that the ride or dies weren't actually ride or dies. Oh, shocker. That a lot of them didn't really, truly very know each other a lot. And one of the things that I will say, and again, this is a last, secret, is that was one of the things that very much impressed me about Horacio is when that news came out, we immediately got a message from him. And I won't go into detail because that's, definitely between us and him. But the overall message of it was him, letting us know that was one of the hardest parts for him when he was talking to us, because he wanted to be able to be honest. But, this was part of the contract. This was part of what he had to do, per, the rules. And, and he apologized to us. And it's bro, you ain't gonna apologize for doing your job. We're nobody. But it just showed the class, the respect, and the connection that we were able to build with somebody like Horacio. And again, he's another person that is interested in coming on our next project over on Haste Reactions. So, there's a lot of special things that have happened through this podcast, with the team, with the listeners, with the challengers, and even just within ourselves, So I think the biggest shout out that I want to give is to the people who have been listening, who have been hitting that like button, who have been, conversating with us in DMs, whether through our personal pages or through the main CFP page, and just really, really being part of the CFP community. You guys were the ones that kept us going for 5 years. I'm sorry, we're tired, but we really appreciate, all the love and support that you guys did show, and that you guys freaking let us do our thing for this long. Because honestly, I'd have fucking been sick of us by now. So anyway, I'm done with my spiel. Thank you guys for letting me go on my little rant. I've been trying to say it, but I couldn't get through the tears. I felt a strong moment. Let's go.
You did great, honey. You did great.
I had to do a couple quick mentions real quick.
Yeah, get them going.
All right. Thank you for Tina for making me laugh. I showed a friend that interview from YouTube the other day. They were freaking rolling. Can't appreciate her enough. And talking the other day, I was just like, even though it's an accident, just to confirm the interview, it happened to be on my birthday, but the years have been better since then. And she's like, it's because I'm your lucky charm. So
nice.
Just moments like that I really love. And I love every single one of you so much.
Yeah, I love you guys so fucking much, dude. And I'm so glad that we're going to be able to keep, even though this project is ending, that we are going to be able to keep, working together. And, obviously the friendship is going to continue, but I'm glad that we're actually going to be able to continue like getting together like this and being able to talk about our favorite things all together like this. So I'm very excited.
Without people complaining about us going on tangents.
Literally.
Well, we're really myopic. So
we are myopic.
So
I still don't even know what that means.
And I'm going to take it as disrespect.
Disrespect.
To jump back to Horacio for a second, one of the things that I really appreciate about all of the interviews that we've done, and it's something that people who are listening wouldn't necessarily know the full extent of, but a lot of the times when we have interviews, people tell us a time frame that they have to work with. And quite regularly through those conversations, that time gets blown past, and it's on their side, not on our side. It's never a matter of we're keeping them past when we said we would, because we are aware that they have lives and they're being very giving of our time. So we try to hit that mark. But Horacio talked to us for 3 hours, was late for a hike with friends. Jordan was late picking somebody up from the airport because he stayed on talking to us longer. And that happened like time and time again, where people were just so giving of their time that they would either stay on longer or they would like leave and then come back later and do like a part 2 of whatever the conversation was. And that's something that I've never really forgotten. And we all have like time zone issues just amongst the group. And
it's the biggest one.
The
biggest issue.
The most complicated thing that I think I have ever done for this podcast was trying to figure out the interview with Troy.
Yeah.
Because he was in Australia. So it was like 13 hours difference for me. But then I'm 4 hours ahead of Josh, Rick, and Karina. I'm 1 hour ahead of Katie and Alexis. And trying to coordinate all of those, I actually changed the face of my watch so that I have everybody's time zone on it.
Wow, that's smart.
Because
oh my God,
I was supposed to do the Davis interview with Karina, and she texted me and she's like, "Are you coming on?" And I was at work because I got the time zones wrong. And ever since then, I have not messed up the time zone since. For that very reason, and that's why I have like 4 different time zones on my watch face. But other than that, the only other thing I'll say is like a beyond massive shout out to Sarah, because if it wasn't for Sarah being willing to get up with 1 kid, then 2 kids, now 3 kids on Saturday mornings so that I can sleep in just a little bit longer, I couldn't do this because by the time that you guys get your guy down, it's about 1 my time. And then it's anywhere from like a 1 to 4 hour recording session, depending on what we're talking about. And then sometimes I'm going back upstairs as the sun's coming up. And
I was going to say, I remember recaps that we've done where we were on till 2 a.m. our time and it was 6 a.m. your time.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. He's like, I'm going to go mow the yard.
Yeah.
And like, that is not possible without Sarah. Or like last minute, hey, this person just had an opening. Can you jump on an interview in 45 minutes? And then racing home or racing downstairs or doing whatever I need to do to get it done. And she was always willing to just pick up the slack that I was leaving to go do that.
Absolutely. Aww. And honestly, just expanding on that, big props and big shout outs to all the spouses that are not actually part of the podcast. You know, Sam, I'm sure definitely has to pick up a little bit of slack on Saturday mornings, you know, when Alexis is stuck up late with us. You know, shout out to Gare Bear over there for, you know, shirt dicking it alone and letting you hang out with us so fucking late. And, you know, That's just big prop, because even if like they're not here on the podcast, they're still a part of the team. They're still contributing. And then the last two shout outs, because Tony struck a chord. Number one, shout out to MJ with the big old fat rain. And number two, shout out to literally just being able to sit there and chill with Jordan while he's smoking a J. Like, how fucking cool was that? All right,
How about Anissa? Do you mind if I just lay in the bed?
I'm surprised that wasn't on your list, Anissa yelling at you.
We talked about it so much.
That's true.
It was really her.
Kendall telling me to shut up.
Yeah, it was really.
And I didn't talk the entire one.
It was when Anissa showed us the jacket from TJ that got me.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yeah, that was really good. I really like that.
Okay, we gotta stop her. I'll keep going.
And that's what I'm gonna say. Last one. Do you guys have anything else? Otherwise, I'm closing us out.
That was it.
Not that I can think of right now. I'm sure once you do close it, I'll think of many more things.
Emmanuel, for jumping in when somebody skipped out on us and just happened to be awake over there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is for sure.
That was it.
All right, guys. Well, hey, 16 seasons, 4 years, over 200 episodes, 65 individual interviews with some of your favorite challengers and the GOATs. It's been a hell of a run, and we're going to tap out and let someone else take on this journey in our place. Psych, bitch. Come see us on Hayes Reaction. 42. So for myself, Rick Hayes, my beautiful wife, Karina Hayes, Josh motherfucking Chambers, Alexis, Tex, Rawson, Tony, Stats and Info, Lance, Katie, Bad Blood Pahura, and even though he couldn't make it tonight, Corey, the Raging Cajun Viator. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in for the last 4 years. We can't thank you enough. And we hope you enjoyed our Christmas gift to you. Good night.
Bye.
See you.
Okay.
Later.
Bye.